So how do you get workers' compensation benefits for a stress claim? That question is fairly common. I've heard from a lot of injured workers over the years who have filed claims or have come to my office and wanted to pursue a stress claim. The real issue, the starting point there, is that you need to burrow down a little bit more to find out what's really the issue there. So for some people, when they say, I have a stress claim, it's because they went to the doctor and the doctor said, you have elevated blood pressure and it's probably due to stress at work. So the issue there is elevated blood pressure. Other people, other injured workers, have gone to their doctor and said, I have a lot of stress at work, and the doctor said, that's likely what's causing your gastrointestinal distress or your problem sleeping. So in those instances, it's not just stress, but it's gastrointestinal, it's stomach problems, it's sleep problems. Other people have gone to psychiatrists or psychologists, and that is where the doctor has said, the stress that you have at work is likely what's causing your emotional problems or your mental health problems. So the real key there, just the starting point, is what do you mean by stress? Do you mean that your stomach is upset and you're losing weight? Do you mean that you are jittery and you can no longer be in public? Does it mean that your blood pressure is up and now you're on blood pressure medications due to stress? So those are really the starting point. Next, once you've narrowed down the types of issues that you're having, if you haven't filed a claim yet, you need to file a DWC-1 claim form. I'll put a link below this video for that form. That's the process that will start the workers' compensation process. It will get a claim opened with the insurance company or the adjusting agency, and they will authorize treatment initially. They'll at least send you to an initial doctor for the company where you can explain again your stress symptoms and what may be related thereto. Now, what often happens with stress claims is that they get denied fairly quickly by the insurance company. It's just kind of a matter of course. It depends on exactly what your symptoms are and what that initial doctor says. It may be something easy that can be remedied, or an easy treatment that the insurance company may not object to, and they may accept the claim. But oftentimes the claim will get denied. So then how do you go about getting workers' comp benefits? You've got the process started. Most of the time, you're going to need to go to a qualified medical examiner. It's a list of 3 doctors that will be generated by the state. You get to pick the specialty. You get to pick a doctor off of that list and schedule an exam. The insurance company doesn't get to pick the specialty unless you fail to do so. They don't get to schedule the exam either unless, again, you fail to do so. So you're really in the driver's seat when it comes to picking the specialty of the examiner and picking which doctor on that list you want to see. So let's say you fill out that panel request form. Now you have to pick the specialty. It's going to depend on what your issues are. There are naturally no doctors for stress. There are internal medicine doctors if it's gastrointestinal or headaches. There are neurological doctors if you're having a lot of headaches and it's more of a neurological issue. There are psychiatrists and psychologists if it's more of a mental health condition that's going on, that's taking place with regards to the stress. But the next step in that discovery process, almost always, once the claim is denied, you're going to need to see a QME. The QME will then issue a report, and he or she will note whether they believe that your injury, your condition, was caused by employment. Now here, there's quite a few variables. If your claim is denied, if you have gone to a QME, you may still have a long road ahead of you. It's just the reality of denied claims. I have other videos on this channel on denied claims as well. And oftentimes you're best served by going and talking to an attorney if possible, just because you may be facing trial eventually. And I bring that up at this point because what the QME finds and what the insurance company does in response will determine whether they accept the claim. Life is great. Now you've got workers' comp benefits. You can go about getting treatment. if workers' compensation stands on the denial, no matter what the QME says, or if the QME provides an opinion, let's say it's a psychiatric stress claim, and the QME breaks down causation, the question then becomes whether actual events of employment were predominant as to all causes. Is the employer denying the claim based on a good faith personnel action? There are a lot of variables that get at play there in a denied psychiatric claim. So really, if you could find an attorney before taking a denied psych claim to trial on the issue of causation, you would likely be better served. Some of the other issues you may be able to handle on your own if it was just gastrointestinal, that type of thing, or problems sleeping. But that's the process in a nutshell for stress, is to narrow down exactly what issues it is, what the body parts are that are affected, file that claim form, give it to your employer. That'll get the workers' comp process started, open a claim, you'll get sent to the company doctor. Chances are the insurance company is going to deny the claim, and then from there, you'll likely need to go to a QME, and if insurance doesn't accept the claim after that, you're likely going to need to get prepared to take the case to an MSC and to a trial. We have other videos going over that topic and some of the complexities involved, but that's the process in a nutshell to get workers' comp for a stress claim.